Are you looking for a trekking pole but confused by all of the various options? Well, we've got you covered. Today, we'll help you choose the right trekking pole and share some helpful and essential tips on how to use them properly when you're out on the trails. Let's get started. All of our trekking poles at Ridge and River are made of durable and affordable aluminum, providing a great balance of both strength and weight. We right now don't have any carbon fiber options just because that's something that I personally don't use myself, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. For example, the Black Diamond Trailback poles that you see here is a really solid choice for those who want a reliable and durable pole without breaking the bank at the same time. It's a really well-known pole for its robustness, making it really ideal in those rugged terrains where durability is crucial, where you're going around in rocks and might potentially snap a pole. That really performs well in that environment. Outside of the pole material, there's a little bit of a differences in the different types of grips. From cork to foam to rubber, a pole like the Leaky Cressida Cork Light is definitely interesting to look at. It conforms to your hand shape and manages sweat well with that cork grip. It's both comfortable and very secure to hold. Like I said, that Black Diamond Trailback though has that rubber grip with a little bit of foam, which offers excellent insulation, so maybe a little bit better in colder environments or maybe wet environments. So definitely something to think about there with those hand grips. Outside of grip, we can talk a little bit about adjustability. You want to look for an adjustable pole for versatile use, something that has those locking mechanisms to make the pole extend to just get you that perfect 90-degree angle. Great for varying terrains. When you're going up, when you're going down, you might want to extend or retract the pole a little bit. The big difference, that flick lock from Lecky versus that quick adjust from Black Diamond, they're just slightly a little bit different, but they both offer that same adjustable mechanism, which is great. Something else to talk about is that shock absorption. Some of the Leaky poles that we carry, like the Kumbu Light and the Lecky Lhasa, the AS that you see on that packaging is that anti-shock or that shock absorption. So, there's a lot of science behind this. It's comfortable. Maybe it makes it less tiring. It absorbs a little bit of shock in the field. Maybe when you're on those rockier sections of the trail, it really helps to just absorb that pounding on the ground that you might see with that normal stiff pole. In contrast, the Black Diamond pole does not have that, but it is a little bit sturdier in my opinion, so it doesn't have that shock absorption. It does provide a little bit more durability and stability. Now let's jump into the weight of the poles. Everybody's always trying to cut a little bit of weight here and there. We're backpacking, but when it comes to a trekking pole, we're talking 40, 50 grams, maybe 1 ounce between something that's ultralight and lightweight, maybe a little bit heavier. The Lecky poles are coming in right around that 8 to 9 ounce range. The Kumbu Light is right at 10.9 ounces. And then the Black Diamond Trailback is right at 10.2 ounces there. So, 0.7 ounces of difference. We're talking very minimally, but if you really do want to cut down on that weight, some of those really ultralight options could be great for you. The lighter poles definitely reduce overall fatigue when you're out hiking. They're easier to hold in your hands. They might allow you to hike for longer distances, and sometimes that extra weight can provide that stability and durability, like I said with the Black Diamond pole, but if you really want to cut it out, that's a nice place to do it with those Leaky poles. And again, the suspension systems are very interesting on the Leaky poles. They can potentially reduce impact on joints, make it a little bit easier on longer hikes with rougher terrain, absorb that shock, and provide a potentially smoother experience that protects your joints from that repetitive stress of striking the trail. Something else to think about with your trekking poles is the comfort, especially on those descents. You want to reduce that overall fatigue in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your elbows. With that less impact on each step, you can focus more on enjoying the hike. So that's where that anti-shock system might play a role in providing that more comfortable experience overall for you. Now let's talk about some cons of that suspension system. There's a little bit of an increased weight there, so that might be something that ultralight backpackers do not want to add on. The additional components and extra ounces really can add up over long distances. Also, when you're looking at those anti-shock poles, there's definitely a higher cost. You are paying for more added technology, they are a little bit more of an advanced system, so that definitely comes with a higher price tag. They're also a little bit more complex and potentially prone to some mechanical issues. What can go wrong will go wrong. Try to keep it simple. So adding anything extra into your trekking pole other than just allowing it to be a trekking pole could cause some issues out in the field. Something good about it, it does have some energy absorption, which makes them feel responsive, but that also could make them feel, less responsive on certain terrain. If you're digging into mud or snow, something soft, and you do want something stiff to stick and give you support, that shock absorption really might take that away and give you potentially a less stable and secure environment, on those softer surfaces. That slight bounce can make those precise placements a little bit more challenging. So overall, pros and cons with the shock absorption, but at the end of the day, it's just depending on your budget and what you want to get out of your trekking pole. Now let's talk about some tips on how to use your trekking pole. First, we want to set the right height. So when you adjust those poles, you want to form your elbow at a 90-degree angle where the pole tip touches the ground. The Black Diamond Trailback's flick lock system makes it easy to get that perfect height, adjusting both the middle and the lower pole there. You also want to talk about the wrist straps. You want to slide your hand up and through and set your thumb down in the correct comfortable positions so that you have better control and reduced fatigue. When you use that strap correctly, you're not having to death grip the pole every time you're going up or down or just walking smoothly. You can really release your hands and let them sit a little bit in those straps, and it allows for a better hiking experience. How to use the poles, you kind of get into a rhythm when you're testing out the poles. It might be slightly difficult at first, but you take your right strike with your left foot, left strike with your right foot, and you kind of get into a natural rhythm as you use these poles more over time. So at the end of the day, choosing a right trekking pole can make a world of difference in your overall hiking experience. The Black Diamond Trailback is really well known over the last decade for its durability and reliability. It's a really simple pole that won't break the bank, and Lecky has a little bit higher end options with that shock absorbency and a little bit more mechanical, different systems in there. So if you want something that's a little bit on the higher price point, that might be a better option for you. But we do have all of these things listed right over at ridgeandriver.com. If you want to go check them out over there and look at all of the different poles we offer, that'd be a great place to stop. And if you have any questions, definitely leave some comments below or shoot us a message on any of our socials or directly on the website, and we are more than happy to chat about any of the different options we carry. So if you have any more questions, check us out on ridgeandriver.com for more. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment down below about which trekking pole you like to use, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.